Oak trees have been common in Britain for the last 12,000 years, since the last ice age. They can grow to immense height and can live to be 1,000 years old. They are living legends, and it is no wonder that they have so much folklore and so many beliefs associated with them. Held as sacred by many cultures in the Northern Hemisphere, oak trees were associated with their supreme deities. All had dominion over rain, thunder and lightning. Oak trees' association with lightning is no coincidence. They are more prone to lightning attacks than other trees because they are frequently the tallest living things in the landscape. They also have a much higher water content than other tree species. Oak's association with rain is also found in weather lore. Will the forthcoming summer be wet or dry? See which tree produces its leaves first. Oak before ash, in for a splash. Ash before oak, in for a soak. In folklore, the trilogy of oak, ash and thorn together is considered magical. They are called the Fairy Triad because it is believed that groves where all three grow are places where you will be able to see the fae folk. You should stay away from the trees at full moon because if you hear music coming from them, a fairy kingdom is celebrating, and if you touch the trees, you may be swallowed up and kept by the fairies forever. The oak tree was sacred in many Celtic cultures, as we know from Pliny the Elder, a Roman natural historian. The Druids, that is what they call their magicians, hold nothing more sacred than the mistletoe and a tree on which it is growing, providing it is a hard timbered oak. Oak trees also feature in the story of Blodeuwedd in Welsh mythology. She is created from the flowers of broom, meadowsweet and oak by the magicians Math and Gwydion as a wife for Folklore Giffis, as he was cursed so that he could never have a human wife. However, Blodeuwedd has an affair with Gronw Pebir, and they conspire to murder Llw. Llw escapes by turning into an eagle and flying into a magical oak tree. Oak trees have many uses. Acorns can be used as animal feed, but they can also be roasted, turned into coffee or ground into flour. The oak leaves can be used to make wine or a wash for sore-skin or dog paws. Oak bark is traditionally used for tanning hides or skins. All parts have traditionally been used for folk medicine, and all parts are also very high in tannins and should be leached before consumption. Timber was historically used for shipbuilding or houses, and it is also used for firewood and charcoal. Due to their immensely long lives, oak trees are associated with wisdom. Acorns bring good luck, and carrying one in your pocket attracts wealth and abundance. Oak leaves are some of the last to fall in autumn, and are thereby associated with victory. Roman generals were presented with wreaths made of oak leaves after important battles, and a full-size bronze oak leaf cluster was issued in World War I as a victory medal. Oak trees are believed to guard the forest beasts and were said to hide foxes from hunters. Washing your dog paws in oak tree rain pools heals sore pads and makes fur grow back. Many parishes used to contain what was known as the Gospel Oak, a prominent oak tree where the Gospel was read at beating of the bound ceremonies at Rogantide. Every oak tree is an ecosystem in its own right. 350 different species of insect are supported by oak. Huge numbers of creatures seek food and shelter in crevices of the bark, in the canopy of fresh leaves, hollow trunks of old trees, leaf litter and branches of dead and rotting wood on the forest floor. Oak apples and other galls grow around the eggs of insects laid in the buds. Over 40 species, including midges, mites and wasps, are responsible. A remarkable diversity of lichens, totalling over 300 species, have been recorded growing on oaks. Bryophytes, the group of non-flowering plants which include mosses and liverworts, have 65 species that grow on the trunks and branches of oaks. Much folklore belongs to specific trees. We have the major oak, the notorious home of Robin Hood in Sherwood Forest. We have the Royal Oak at Boscobel House, where King Charles II hid from the Roundheads after the Battle of Worcester. Then there is the topless oaks of Bradgate Park, pollarded as a sign of mourning for Lady Jane Grey, who was beheaded in 1554. And finally there's Gog and Magog, named after the last male and female giants to roam Britain, and purportedly the remnants of a processional oak tree route up to the nearby Glastonbury Tor. How often do we look at an oak tree? I mean really look and see its beauty, majesty and sheer size.